how it goes walking on the streets in New Orleans, y'all. Fucking monitoring ass fly past it as I'm saying that. But anyways, so I'm gonna get straight to it. We went to Essence Festival. This is big ass festival that happens every year in New Orleans. So I'm gonna change names in the story for the sake of everybody's privacy. It was me, my cousin. We're gonna call her Lauren. We had a homegirl. For the sake of her privacy, we were gonna call her Stacy. And she had a friend. We just gonna call her homegirl. So anyways, we are getting dressed, you know, whole nine, makeup and shit. We in there smoking, chilling, and this chick that we met, you know, she a little messy. She mean girl vibes, and I don't know if she thought we were gonna be on the same thing. A lot of people judge a book by its cover when they look at me and think that I'll just be on some mean girl shit. Anybody that knows me knows, you know, I'm really nice. Me and my cousin both. We are always on positive vibes, especially when we're going out somewhere like that. So she was just kind of being weird and stank, not with us, but mainly with our homegirl, Stacy, who was her friend in the first place and who invited her in the first place. So she's just being really weird throughout the night, and me and my cousin are kind of like not liking the vibes at all. So we get dressed and we're leaving and walking down Canal and wearing heels, eating our asses up. My cousin more than me because she was wearing some fucking thigh-high boots, y'all. And walking down Canal, headed suburban. Stacy and homegirl are walking, you know, a little faster than we are because they have on tennis shoes. So I'm walking a little slower, staying behind with my cousin, and we vibing and talking or whatever. And they keep slowing down, trying to let us catch up with them every once in a while, but they really trying to make it there. And like homegirl is the one that's like really pressing it, trying to hurry up and make suburban. And she just like acting stink. Like I said, we not liking vibes, and we not really too much care for it. So as we're walking, these two guys end up trying to stop us and holler at us, but we was like, nah, you know, we're good, but not even being rude about it, you know, letting the nigga down easy. And they get rude. This is how dudes do it in New Orleans. So they get rude, start talking shit, calling us prostitutes because of the fact that we got on heels, asking how much per hour. So I turn around, something motherfucker, bitch, ask your mama because she taught me all the tricks I know. So ask her how much I charge, type shit. So there was another thing that kind of just like killed the vibe that night. So, but we kept walking anyways. So then it got to the point that my cousin's feet was like really, really hurting her. So I'm like, well, do you want to go back to the room and go change your shoes? And she's like, yeah. So I'm like, cool, I'm gonna change too. I'm sorry, y'all, these mosquitoes eat me up out here. Anyways, I'm like, I'm changed too. So I'm just telling them we're gonna go back to the room and then we're gonna meet them on Bourbon. So I let them know, and Stacey's like, okay, girl, cool. You know, homegirl ain't really give a fuck. She wasn't even listening to what we had to say. She was ready to go. So we are walking back to the room. We got there, changed our shoes, decided that we were gonna go walk around, but wasn't gonna go to Bourbon because by the time we made it back to the room, we had to smoke again. We, like I said, wasn't really liking her vibe. So we're just like, we was gonna do our own thing, but we ended up not going to Bourbon because it was just, it's Essence Festival. It's packed. There's so many people walking like around the French Quarter and stuff. And I don't know, I don't remember whether it was like a park or a cemetery or something that we had passed by. But anyway, so there's lots of people in this area as well walking around us. There's a group of people behind us, a group of people in front of us. We're on the sidewalk, and there's like a crosswalk where we're coming up to. And me and my cousin are walking pretty close, and out of nowhere, this guy, he's light skinned, has like a fro, glasses, he's wearing a blue and white striped shirt with like khaki polos, and he just looks like really out of place. He's not dressed like anybody out there. Like I said, it's Essence Festival, so lots of people are like dressed to see, but he was just like really, really old school. And he just walks between me and my cousin, y'all. I kid you not, this man walked past us like this. So me and Lauren have this thing, like we dead ass will communicate with each other without even talking. I know a lot of close friends or just spiritual people, period, can really like telecommunicate without having to speak. So me and her both look at each other like, bitch, did you see that? Like, okay. So we continue to walk. We're watching the guy walk in front of us. He walks and goes like into the crowd of people that are standing on the corner. So we keep walking and we're heading to this crowd of people. But again, this man walks in between us. And now that I think about it, we were kind of late. Like I said, we were smoking. Now that I think about it, he walked in between us. We were walking so close together. This man never touched us. Like we never felt anything touch us. Mind you, also it was cold at the time, so it was just like a breeze when he walked past. But we thought nothing of it. So anyways, we thought nothing of it until he walked past us the second time. And what was so creepy about it was the fact that, first of all, he walks past us again like that, and nobody else is noticing this man walking like this. We don't see anybody else looking at him. Nobody else is noticing him. And when he walked into the crowd, he was just gone. But he ends up walking past us again, and we can see him, and we're walking this way, so we're paying attention. This man never doubled back and walked past us coming this way again. He never hit the block and came around the corner. He just walked into the fucking crowd of people and disappeared. Mind you, the crowd of people is sitting there waiting to be able to cross the street, so nobody ever moved. Nobody ever left. So me and my cousin sees me. I walk between us again, and we just look at each other like, bitch, what the fuck? Girl, we didn't say nothing. We didn't say a goddamn thing. We went back to the hotel, didn't even speak about it until we got into the room. Okay, until we got to so we get in the room. I ended up texting I ended up texting Stacy and telling Stacy that we wasn't even gonna come meet them on Bourbon because some weird shit had just happened. We dead ass just like wasn't even leaving out the room for the rest of the night because it was some really creepy shit. Like, and honestly, I don't know if he was a ghost. I know New Orleans is known for vampires and shit like that. I don't know what he was. I don't know what the fuck he was. But I know he wasn't human. And I know I wasn't tripping. Because why the fuck did nobody else see him but me and my cousin both knew saw him without even having to communicate to each other and talk to each other out loud and be like, bitch, you see this man? Like, why is he walking past us like that? And now that I think about it, though, what's even more odd about it, to this day, I can still remember the way this man looks. And he looked like a relative, like a now living relative of mine, which is very weird. But yeah, anyway, so with that happening and just like homegirl already acting stank, especially with the main friend that invited her, because she really was trying to friendly bop with us the whole time, which was crazy. She was trying to friendly bop with us the whole fucking time, but then come to find out whenever we got back home, she was talking shit about us to people in our hometown, telling people we ain't make it to Bourbon because we was broke. Girl, all kind of shit. We real life just didn't go because she was being weird. We ain't fuck with that, and we just took everything else that happened as a sign not to even go from the two dudes trying to holler at us and like being real life rude and the ghost or the vampire or whatever it was. We just took that as a sign to stay in the room. So baby, we enjoyed the rest of our night because like I said, we were really big on signs, and they just told us, bitch, y'all gonna be good right here in this room. So we stayed there, rolled blunts, enjoyed ourselves, danced, drank a little bit, and then when Stacey came back to the room, we enjoyed ourselves with her, and homegirl went and laid down. Yeah, it wasn't really spooky. It was just odd, but I do have some real life spooky stories if you like them because I didn't really see some shit. I didn't really experience some shit, like some really scary shit, but I've been seeing a lot of people do their New Orleans haunted stories, and I just wanted to put my little 2 cents in and tell my story because that is something I will never forget. That's something I will never forget. That shit was crazy. And you know what? I said if y'all would like to hear him, but I don't give a fuck you want to hear it or not. You gonna hear it anyway.